Hello, and welcome to our drainage area investigation and BMP design project. Our team of 2 civil and 2 environmental engineers partnered with the Town of Wethersfield and Senior Design Incorporated to locate and rectify sources of contamination in Wethersfield's municipal separate storm sewer system. Initially, ENVE was presented with 19 outfall sites, which were originally tested by the Town of Wethersfield for fecal coliforms using enterococci bacteria as an indicator. These outfalls were then narrowed down to 14 potential sites of focus due to safe levels of contamination and a combination of state and residential property. Our investigations focused on all possible sources of contamination leading into the outfall sites. ENVE used maps with land use and development patterns as seen on the right to document and aid our investigations. The investigations also focused on MS4 maintenance and sewer system design issues as sources of contamination. Zoe will explain more about that.
As Jonathan touched on, this project consisted of 2 general components. The first was field investigations of the 14 contaminated outfall sites. These investigations were basically visually surveying the site for dry weather flows, weird colors or smells, and other pertinent information. The second component focused in on the worst outfall site, pictured here. Team 4 worked with Wethersfield to identify the source of bacterial contamination at this site by testing upgradient stormwater drains for fecal and E. coli contamination. The drive behind this project was for Wethersfield to gain compliance with the current municipal separate stormwater sewer systems MS4 guidelines. These guidelines, the product of an EPA mandate known as the National Pollutant Discharge Elimination System, help regulate the amount of pollutants discharged to natural waters. According to the MS4 permit, municipalities are responsible for screening outfalls that discharge into impaired waters, in this case the Connecticut River. Our role in reaching MS4 compliance for Wethersfield were points 2 and 3, which call for further investigations of contaminated outfalls and BMP implementations.
In the fall of 2019, the 14 sites in question were visited to conduct dry weather screenings. The screenings revealed that many of the outfalls were in poor to moderate conditions. Common issues included buildup of debris and soil in the outfall, the infrastructure itself being in poor condition, and poor draining, causing pooling. Only one of the outfalls had dry weather flow. This outfall was a 6-foot in diameter pipe with heavy flow and had more than double the enterococci and fecal coliform concentrations than the next worst outfall in the preliminary data. This causes an extremely high overall load of bacteria, which is why we chose to focus on this site. Site M1-214002, or Wethersfield 4 on the map to the right, has 3 piping systems that converge before the outlet of the pipe. 5 overall locations were tested for bacteria concentrations to determine the source of the bacteria. Sites 2 and 4 have the highest concentrations of E. coli and fecal coliform. Site 2 is in Hartford, which takes the responsibility for the high concentrations away from Wethersfield and gives them to Hartford.
Considering that the investigation revealed the most probable source of contamination to be from the city of Hartford, the following design recommendations will be passed on to the city from the town of Wethersfield. Hartford features outdated infrastructure, thus, the ultimate design option is to restructure the existing sewer system. This would include separating sewage from stormwater, eliminating combined sewer overflows and contamination. Seen in the photo, combined sewer systems are where both sewage and stormwater meet in the same pipe, and with large amounts of flow can enter a water body untreated. The city reports that nearly half of its piping is currently combined sewer systems, where separating the two via restructuring would eliminate bacterial contamination. A constructed wetland design option can be implemented in Wethersfield rather than Hartford at the outfall discharge location. Seen in the map, the outfall denoted in orange discharges to an undeveloped area, eventually reaching Folly Brook and the Connecticut River. A constructed wetland in the area can cause water to be suspended for longer periods of time, where UV rays from the sun can kill the pathogens in the water, and where natural processes like filtration and larger organisms can eliminate bacteria. However, with the contamination originating from Hartford, the ultimate design is to fix the source within the city rather than in Wethersfield. Thank you for viewing, and remember to keep your waters clean.